Hey, what's going on, gents? So last week I talked about testosterone levels and how low testosterone can actually exacerbate the effects of post-traumatic stress disorder and traumatic brain injury. This week I want to talk a little bit more about overall lifestyle. I'm not going to go into detail in it in this video here, but I want to talk a little bit about how your lifestyle on active duty in the Marine Corps or in the Army in a combat MOS can seriously affect your health at the moment, but more importantly, affect your health down the line when you get to be my age in your mid to late 30s and you're dealing with all types of different issues that come up, from achy joints to fucking gut health problems to high blood pressure to neurological disorders that could have come from TBI or PTSD, but that get exacerbated by pre-existing conditions before you sustain the injury or got the condition, that make the symptoms worse. So this is the thing. A lot of you are really interested in looking swole and getting jacked or getting the best CrossFit time and things like that. And the stuff I'm going to tell you in the blog that I've written that's attached to this video is going to help you with that. But more importantly, it's going to protect your body and ensure your health for the long run. And so you really need to read this. I'm not taking on clients right now. I have no interest in remaining in the fitness business. All my focus is on Warrior Soul apparel. So honestly, I'm not trying to get you to buy anything from me. And so I hope you take this advice to heart. The biggest mistake that I've seen, or the biggest thing that I've seen from fitness professionals trying to talk to your population, which is active duty members of the military, is that I don't think a lot of them have a realistic idea of what you guys are able to implement. For example, I'm going to tell you right now, the consumption of MREs and chow hall food is probably going to have a huge impact on your health, either now or down the line. It's going to lead to high levels of total body chronic inflammation. It's going to lead to a lot of issues as far as your gut health and your ability to maintain a healthy digestive tract. Anybody who's eaten an MRE and shit a brick afterwards knows that. But it's going to affect you in a lot longer term than that. But a lot of that stuff is way out of your control right now. And you can't say, well, I'm going to eat something else besides MREs, or I'm going to have this grilled fish and vegetables out in the field rather than, eating my fucking chili mac with crackers and cheese. So what I've done in this article is I've given you a couple of different resources that you can work from. One, I've given you a list of snacks that you can bring out to the field. And for you veterans who aren't in anymore, these are foods that you can implement in your everyday life and use as snacks. And the point of including these snacks in there is to say that these are things that you can easily pack, they're easily portable, that you can take with you out in the field to supplement for some of that food that's in the MREs. I've got things in there like gluten-free crackers that can reduce the amount of total body chronic inflammation you're getting while still allowing you to put your nut butter or your cheese on top of. I've got things like chia seeds, which provide a quick source of omega-3s that's going to help you with inflammation. And things like healthy grass-fed pemmican, which is almost like jerky, but it's a mixture of fat and cured meat and berries that's going to be really anti-inflammatory for you and give you a halfway decent fat source for fuel. In a perfect world, of course, I would tell you guys all to lower your sugar intake and to reduce your drinking and get rid of tobacco products. But I know, as somebody who served in the Marine Corps, that a lot of you aren't going to do that. And so these are things you can just include or add in while you're young that can try to prevent some of those problems that are going to come up down the line. The second is I've included a list of supplements that I would be taking while I was active duty in a combat MOS. And these are things like N-acetylcysteine. Basically what N-acetylcysteine does is it reactivates glutathione in cells. And so this helps to repair cellular damage. Why is this important for you? Well, the biggest thing is that all those MREs you're taking, if you're drinking a lot, if doc's giving you Motrin all the time, if you're a veteran and you're on painkillers or any of the medications that they're giving you at the VA, if you've sustained a lot of injuries, or if you have a traumatic brain injury, or just from the general wear and tear of running around all the time, doing land nav, doing humps, doing ranges, NAC and acetylcysteine will help you with cellular repair. It will help your internal organs like your liver repair damage. It'll help repair damage to your brain. And it's one of those supplements that's very cheap, but could really ensure longevity and ensure that by the time you get to be my age, you're not having issues with brain fog or liver high liver enzyme counts, or dealing with kidney issues, or any of the other shit that's going on. And one thing I didn't mention as well is that you guys are exposed to a lot of harsh chemicals. For example, rifle cleaning fluid, your CLP, that stuff is fucking cancerous. And from what I remember, my hands would be soaked with it. And, you know, I'd grab an MRE and I'd be eating with my hands and shit like that. And you are probably too. So N-acetylcysteine, every swinging dick in the combat MOS should be on it. Things like curcumin. Curcumin is a natural herb that is highly anti-inflammatory, that can help with all those joint aches, but can also help to level out your blood sugar after you've eaten an MRE. And that'll reduce your total body chronic inflammation and really help with a lot of those intestinal issues you get from those. Other things, fish oil in triglyceride form. I know that's really common knowledge, but that's also highly anti-inflammatory. And the point is here, and there's other supplements there, but not just taking your protein powder or taking the Get Jacked and Swole supplements, or taking your fucking pre-workout to fucking act like a rhesus monkey, but taking things that are gonna help you in the long term. Because a lot of you who are training like bodybuilders in the Marine Corps, or even training for CrossFit, you're putting a lot of stress on your body. And the fact of the matter is, if you're doing all this other shit, getting out to the field once or twice a month, and fucking doing PT in the morning while you're in the barracks, but also fucking staying up drinking and playing Call of Duty and showing up for PT the next morning half hungover, that shit's gonna have a really big impact on your body, and you're probably not gonna get really jacked and swole in the Marine Corps. I know I tried my ass off and it hardly ever happened. You can do that stuff when you get out after your time's over, or you can do it once you get switched to a fucking easier billet. And then, you know, I give a little bit of a training plan in here, and it's not extremely detailed, but I give an example of how I would condition myself and how I would train with weights if I was still in, so that it helps you with your job, helps you to get the strength goals that you want, helps you to maintain a high level of conditioning and the ability to perform, but also doesn't burn you out like crazy. And one of the worst things you can do is to run at a steady pace at the same distance every single day. You need to vary that shit up. You need to vary your heart rate, because otherwise that can lead to cardiac scarring, which can lead to heart disease down the line, and can also lead again to neurological issues that are going to fuck you up if you ever do sustain a traumatic brain injury, or you do experience depression. It's going to be a lot harder to get out of if you don't take care of this stuff now. So above all, what I want you to understand for me is that I've made a career out of helping people get abs. And to be honest with you, I'm really fucking sick of it. I'm leaving that shit behind. I'm still competing in bodybuilding. I'm still training some people. But my big focus now is on you guys, because you're the population I'm concerned about. You're my brothers. You're my sisters. You're the people that I want to help. And I'm done catering to people's vanity. I want to do something that counts. And if you guys want me to teach you how to get jacked and swole and strong down the line, I can help you do that too. But right now, I'm most concerned with your health, and I'm most concerned with making sure that you guys are living quality lives while you're in and beyond when you get out to become veterans. All right? So more good content coming to you down the pipe, and I hope you guys are having a fucking fantastic week. It'll be the weekend by the time you see this, so don't do anything fucking stupid on Limo. Peace.